Hi everybody and welcome to this rather spontaneous video. Sorry in advance for the terrible audio. I'm currently in Romania on a campaign and I didn't have the time to record the audio for this video, so I'm sitting in our hotel room and hope that my roommate doesn't come back for like the next 20 minutes from our Uno Flip game night. Anyway, on February 27th, it was announced that a new Pokémon Legends game will be released in 2025 called Legends Za, which will play in Lumiose City in Kalos. And on top of that Megaevolutions will be back. I totally called that. Yeah, no I didn't, but anyways. So everybody, including me, got hyped, even though I really want to see a Legends current game one day. Regardless, I took this opportunity to come up with 2 Mega Evolutions for Gen 6 Pokemon, and I just want to tell you my thoughts about how everything went down and how the Pokemon present was in general. So this is chronologically the second Mega Evolution I drew, but I became really hyped about the concept, so I wanted to show it to you first. A Mega Evolution of Clowitzer. I thought it's a funny idea if the main body stays the same and only the dragon head looking claw evolves. And at first I just thought about making it bigger and more badass, but that actually didn't work. So I thought, why not give it the most badass Mega Dragon to exist, Mega Rayquaza? So that's exactly what I did, but enough of the design, it's pretty self-explanatory. Let's talk about the Pokemon Direct. At first I didn't think there was a ton of interesting stuff to me, but then the last teaser came, and I didn't have any huge expectations, even though I hoped it would be Legends Kyurem, because I love Gen 5, but then I saw all the Gen 6 Pokemon and I was like, wait a minute, Gen 6? And then I saw the Tower of Lumiose City and I was like, Kalos? Really? Not that I was disappointed, but it kinda came out of the blue, so I definitely was surprised. And honestly, until the Legends Za screen came on, I didn't know what type of game it would be. I definitely didn't think it's gonna be a new Legends game. Until this teaser, everybody thought a new Legends game would be set in the past, because that was the premise of Legends Arceus. However, since there's only one Legends game, there isn't really a formula of what to expect from the future Legends games. And CA kinda seems like a mix of either present and future, or like recent history and future, because at first there was this like drawn architecture plan that turned into a hologram. So my guess is either that the player will get transported into the future, or that the player can jump between 2 timelines, which would be pretty dope in my opinion. Not sure how it would work, but yeah. This also makes sense considering that Z is the last letter in the alphabet and A is the first one, so C to A would be basically from the end to the beginning. And also, fun theory, I guess the equivalent from the beginning to the end would be the Greek letters Alpha and Omega, like Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby remix confirmed maybe? Nah, I'm just kidding, but if it's gonna be true, I called it. Anyways, the teaser also let us know that there are apparently, or that there is a city reconstruction program for Lumiose City, and I'm wondering if the player can actually influence how the city will be built. That would be really amazing. Maybe like they're gonna bring back the hideouts from Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. That would actually be amazing. I have to admit I barely spent any time in Pokemon cities, since I don't like to talk to NPCs and I just want to collect Pokemon, and those are in the open world. So most of the time I'm running around in the natural parts of the region. However, I always like Lumiose City in X and Y, and seeing them in a new way might be cool. I hope we can explore the underworld of Lumiose City, since I believe it's based on Paris, and Paris has catacombs in the underground, so maybe that's gonna be a thing. Probably not, but I can hope. It did seem from the trailer that the game will only take place in Lumiose City and not the rest of Kalos, which I don't know if I like or not. I'm not having strong opinions on it yet. So here it is, Mega Clowitzer. I don't think Game Freak would ever do something like this, like referencing another Pokemon in a Mega Evolution like that, but I think it's a funny idea. And Clowitzer is one of my favorite designs of Gen 6, so I'm pretty happy how it turned out. The next Mega Evolution was chosen because it kind of feels like the counterpart to Mawile, and since mobile has Megaevolution, I thought Gourgeist deserves one too. So, one big mystery are the starters for the game. In Legends Arceus we got starters from 3 different regions to choose from, and the final evolution got a regional evolution. I'd assume they'd all be French themed, but honestly who knows, it's only the 2nd game in the series. Snivy as the grass starter would make sense to me since it represents European royalty, and if you think about European royalty you usually think about French kings. Maybe a beheaded superior, maybe, that'd be dope, kinda gruesome, but oh well. Could be a grass ghost type. Not sure if we already had that, but whatever. It's probably a bit too dark, but well, I already made a sketch for it. Then maybe Piplup for the water starter, since it may be based on Napoleon Bonaparte. And fire is kinda hard. Charmander maybe, since it's a European dragon, but I don't know that they're gonna throw another Charizard at us. On the other hand, that's definitely something they would do. Never mind. Okay, new day, new try. Hopefully my roommate is not gonna come back in 10 minutes like yesterday. Anyways, another possibility would be Torchic, because Torchic is based on a rooster, which is an important animal for France, I believe. But that would be 2 birds as the starters, but honestly that could be. I hope we get new original Pokemon, even though I think it's gonna be just regional forms and new Megas probably. And people are so hyped to see Mega Flygon, and it would kinda be funny if there's still not gonna be one like 10 years after Megas were actually introduced on the first hand. Not that I'm hoping for it, but it would be kinda hilarious. I'm also wondering what role Zygarde will play in the games, since it will clearly be the main legendary, probably like Arceus and Legends Arceus. And I'm wondering, will Zygarde throw us into this whole journey? Will there be Zygarde version of Yveltal and Xerneas? Will there be a new 1000% form of Zygarde? What if Zygarde is actually the antagonist and not the legendary to help you? There are so many questions and I'm really looking forward to answer them. Now that I'm thinking about the Legends games or Legends Arceus, I actually never finished the game. Not because it wasn't good or anything, I just got spoiled about a main plot twist and then I kinda lost the interest. What else is there to talk about? Well, I kinda hoped that a Legends Kalos game would be set in the Pokemon War that was teased in the game, but I don't think that's gonna be the case, it didn't have the vibe. Because when there are major historical events teased in some games, it would be cool to actually play them in future games, however that would probably create some time paradoxon, so I understand if they don't do that. By the way, a commenter once told me that it would be nice if the Germansburg region and the Kalos region are connected, since in real life Germany and France lie next to each other, so I decided that's a brilliant idea and I want to include some Kalos elements and Pokemon into the region. So these 2 Mega Evolutions will be available in the Germansburg region too. And here it is, Mega Gourgeist. Yes, it may be a bit too similar to that one Ultra Beast, I totally forgot the name, and it may look a bit too much like a Giga Dynamax thingy, but I think I like it. It was nice to see that the majority of the Pokemon community was pleased with the announcement, even though there were a few heartbroken Johto and Unova fans, also the people who wrote stuff about a certain game in the chat during the live premiere were just really annoying. But besides that, it was pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed my 2 Mega Evolutions. I still haven't done my research on the design conventions, so these may not be super close to what we're actually gonna get, but yeah. Also, again, sorry for the audio quality, I just recorded this on my iPad and not my laptop as usual. With this being said, thank you for stopping by, I hope you enjoyed this video and the designs. Please subscribe to the channel to not miss any future videos, give the video a thumbs up and see you in the comments.